This episode is brought to you by my bookkeeping strategy sessions. When it comes to your bookkeeping, you're probably in one of three areas: doing it yourself, outsourcing some or all of your bookkeeping to a professional, or understanding what the reports mean and making better business decisions from that information. Each of these stages comes with different struggles and questions, and I can help with all three. Bring your questions, and I'll bring some solutions. To book one of these sessions, email me at lydia@dacbalance.com. Now on with the show. You've started a home-based service business, and you've found that running a business is harder than it looks and more overwhelming than you ever thought it would be. This podcast is the best of the best information that I've learned to help grow and sustain my business. Listen, subscribe, and follow along. We can avoid the overwhelm and start creating a business we love to run. Welcome back to the podcast. In the last episode number 52, we talked about 4 different roles that you can have in your business: the bookkeeper, accountant, CPA, and CFO. And I'm going to talk today and in the next episode specifically about your bookkeeper. And today's episode is going to be about your expectations for them, and next week it's going to be about their expectations for you. This is all a part of my series on outsourcing your bookkeeping. So today, we're going to talk about your expectations for your bookkeeper. You may realize this or not realize this, but when you're hiring a bookkeeper, you have a set of unspoken expectations. You may think that they're going to take it all over: pay your bills, make deposits, record everything, reconcile, run financials, have meetings with you to go over the information, and do all of the payroll and sales tax. Or you may think that they're just going to reconcile and send you reports and you'll take care of the rest. When it comes to their role, you want to be very, very clear on what you're needing and what you can afford. I've had clients who have wanted all of those things and wanted to pay the price of just 2 things. That's a no-go from a bookkeeper's perspective, and truly nobody wins in that scenario. Okay, so let's talk through some of those expectations and your needs as a business owner. If you already have a bookkeeper and maybe there's a little contention in the relationship, maybe there's something that you need to go through and decide if, then this is something that you probably need to go through and decide if what you're expecting and what they can provide matches up at all. So there are a list of 12 things that I want you to think about. In a private Facebook community, I will have a PDF link to a worksheet for this that you can print off and go through and write information on and add in specific things to your business. So don't worry about writing this down. You can join our private Facebook group by going to lydiagmiller.com/join, or if you're just at lydiagmiller.com, in the top, you will see where it says join our Facebook group. You can click on that, and then there'll be another link to send you to the Facebook group. So these are going to be common things that a bookkeeper does that I want you to go through and think about. Do you want them to do it? Do you want to do it? What are the expectations that you're having before you hire someone? If you haven't yet, or if you have and you're not happy or just something is off, I want you to go through these as well. Number 1, who pays the bills? Who actually makes sure that all the bills are paid? Number 2, who makes deposits into your checking account? Who makes the deposits? Number 3, who makes the invoices for your clients? Number 4, who sends out the invoices to your clients, which is different than making the invoices. I have some clients that prefer that I make the invoices and they want to send it out with their personal touch to it. But who's responsible for actually making sure that everything gets sent out? Number 5, who records all of the transactions in QuickBooks, or if you're using an Excel document or or any other type of system, who records all the transactions? Number 6, who reconciles the bank statements? Number 7, who runs the financial statements and double checks them? Number 8, who is responsible to have meetings to go over the financial statements? And do you want to have meetings with your bookkeeper to go over the financial statements? Number 9, who runs payroll? Number 10, who pays the payroll taxes each month or quarter, annually, who is responsible for that? Number 11, who tracks sales tax? And number 12, who pays your sales tax? And on the PDF, I've left several blank lines for you to write different things in your own business that you have. If you're a nonprofit, maybe you have donation letters that have to be sent out, or maybe you have other types of reports like inventory and things. If you're a product-based business, all of those types of things, you can just write in separately there. As you're going through these tasks, there's going to be 2 columns, and the first is who does those tasks now, and the second is who you would like to have doing those tasks. So remember, when you're hiring a bookkeeper, you need to know ahead of time the tasks that you're trying to outsource and be very, very clear on those tasks. If you're hiring someone and say, well, just do the books, well, that can mean different things to many different people. So again, go through that list, and if you are trying to set expectations for your bookkeeper, you have to have them written out. They can't just be, I just want to hire you to do my books and get me caught up. Well, you need to communicate more than that. So this is going to be a great exercise for you to go through if you feel like you're stuck or you're overwhelmed, or if you're thinking about outsourcing next year, just to get an idea about what you need for your business. And it might be that you realize that you only have 2 or 3 things that you need someone else to help you with, and that's going to help you find someone faster as well if you can be very specific with them and say, hey, I do this, I just need you to reconcile my books at the end of the month and meet with me to go over what it all means. Fabulous. You're going to find someone easier as well, instead of, having someone come back and say, well, I can do all of these other things, when you don't really need that either. So again, you can join our private Facebook group to get the PDF that I mentioned by going to lydiagmiller.com/join. You'll just have to answer a few questions, enter in your email, and then I will approve you to be in the group, and I'll have this PDF there for you to download. In the meantime, I would be honored to work with you if you are in this spot, if you just need some help going through this PDF, or if you need some more guidance on what you should be doing in your business. Maybe you're not doing these things and you need some help. I would be honored to work with you. So to get started with me, you can email me at lydia@dacbalance.com with the problem that you're having, and we can discuss the best way to get to a solution. Next week's episode is going to be all about your bookkeeper's expectations of you, which they do have, even if they don't say them out loud. So make sure that you hit subscribe in your podcast app so that you don't miss an episode. And I would love to connect with you in the meantime. You can find me on Instagram at lydia.miller.mba, and always by email, lydia@dacbalance.com. So until next time, go and make it happen.